Over the past 6 to 8 months, there's been a lot of people criticizing the Saudi involvement in boxing, claiming that this is the reason big fights aren't happening because everybody's waiting for this big Saudi paycheck. I never bought that whole narrative. The majority of people, in my view, that were pushing that narrative were Tyson Fury fans who were looking to deflect attention and criticism away from him and onto another party, in this case, the Saudis. Oh, it's not just Tyson Fury, it's the whole heavyweight division that isn't taking the fights they're supposed to be taking. Nonsense. And now we're hearing that the Saudis are looking to put on a show in December. It isn't confirmed yet. It's in the works. It will be December 23rd. And get this, it'll involve Frank Warren fighters, Eddie Hearn fighters, and potentially Deontay Wilder as well. Now, without the Saudi involvement in boxing, such a show would be completely impossible. And in fact, without the Saudi involvement, I don't think the Usyk-Fury fight would have got signed. I don't think it would be happening at all. It's only because they've shown Tyson Fury a check, which is bigger than anything he's ever seen before in his life. And the fact that Alexander Usyk looked vulnerable in his last fight against Daniel Dubois, and also the public pressure from people like me, a lot of you guys, people like True Geordie, that has also contributed, in my view, to pushing Tyson Fury into the Usyk fight. It's been like trying to get blood from a stone, getting Fury in the ring with Alexander Usyk. But the campaign of all of us, boxing fans as a boxing community, has paid off. The campaign by Usyk's people, and also the money of the Saudis being willing to invest and pay crazy purses to some of these fighters. That's what's got it over the line. So for all these people say, oh, it's terrible that the Saudis are involved in boxing. Maybe you've got ethical issues with Saudi, but I'm talking about from a purely boxing and business perspective. This notion that the Saudis being involved is going to prevent big fights from happening. No, it's not. It's going to help big fights happen, because if fighters don't have access to that kind of Saudi money, they'll just go on avoiding each other forever. That's what Tyson Fury, in my view, would have done with Alexander Usyk. He would have just never have fought him. So I'm glad the Saudis are involved from a business perspective, and I hope this show comes off on December 23rd. The names that people are talking about are Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and many other people in both Matchroom and Queensberry stables. For Anthony Joshua, they're looking at matching him with Otto Wallin, and with Deontay Wilder, they're looking at matching him with Joseph Parker. I'll do separate videos about those potential fights. Hopefully they come off. And, you know, the Saudis previously with Skill Challenge were talking about doing a big heavyweight tournament in December. And this is kind of a scaled down version of what they were apparently originally planning, because they wanted to have Anthony Joshua fight Deontay Wilder as well as Usyk Fury on the same card. People said that was too ambitious. Maybe it was too ambitious, at least for the last Saudi outfit. But this new Saudi outfit, maybe if they'd been in charge from day one, it could have got done. Who knows? But yeah, I think it's a good thing for boxing that they're involved, because if you don't have this type of money, then certain fighters are just not going to take the big risks. They're not going to do it. They're going to stay in their little comfort zone. They're going to keep fighting hand-picked opponents as long as, let's say, the WBC with Mauricio Sulaiman allows them to do it. But when the Saudis get involved and they start pulling out the big checks, that's when people start saying, okay, I don't really want to do this fight. It could mess up my legacy if I lose. I'm making good money fighting lesser tier opponents. Okay, you've twisted my arm. I'll do it for this crazy paycheck. That's my thoughts. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below on this potential big show, this surprise show in December, bringing together fighters from different promotional companies that would never normally appear on the same show. Not fighters of this level anyway. If you're talking about lesser fighters in the Matchroom stable or the Queensberry stable or PBC, if we can still count Deontay Wilder as a PBC fighter, yeah, lesser fighters of all those stables appearing on one show, that's more realistic. But in terms of the big names, completely impossible without Saudi involvement. Simple as that. So leave your thoughts in the comments.